No. What? How many? How many are there gonna be? Please. No. Stop. How many are there? I understand you lost a bunch of stuff. Do you even have... Okay, can I like ask out of this? Oh, I just have to click all of them. Oh my... Why? You know you're really in the late game in the CK2 campaign when you get the Teutonic campaign event, and it's like Prussia doesn't even exist. So what are you gonna target? I guess this is one duchy I haven't invaded yet because honestly I'm just too lazy to do it. I guess I'll do it anyway because it might be fun. I actually don't usually see this event because who even plays CK2 long enough? I started in 1041. I'm in 1192, so... And he wants land to do this. Does that mean he'll be my vassal, actually? I actually don't know. I don't think that's the case, though, is it? Well, let's see. It's not like I really care much about Prussia, so I'll just give it to him. Okay, he's independent. Well, it doesn't really matter. I can just vassalize him later. Have fun with your 2 duchies you can get, still. By the way, if you're wondering how the claim thing is going in France, to be honest, not very good. I found someone who would possibly marry me, but she's 34 years old and she's in prison for reasons, and she might not even have any children because she's really old. And I've been trying to assassinate this guy for a long time now, but it just refuses to work. It does not want to work at all. The Teutonic Order thanks you for your aid throughout the war for Samogitia. We have sent you a small gift to show our appreciation for your assistance. Oh, that's actually pretty good if I didn't have already 3,000 gold. Oh, and an artifact. Is it better than what I have? Nope. I appreciate the thought, but it's useless, to be honest. Spain has been for so long under Muslim control that they actually founded the Empire of Spain. That is funny and sad at the same time for the Spaniards. Oh, whoa, wait, you can't just steal my color. You can't be yellow, I'm yellow. What is this impudence? Okay, finally, after years and years, I finally did it. That just shows how much of a strong trait paranoid is. You basically you're immortal now because you can't die to events. So, and that's the way you usually die in this game. It's not like going around, you know, leading armies that kills you. It's the events, it's the intrigue, man. So now I should be able to marry this princess. But like I said, she's 36 years old, so she'll probably not have any children. She's had actually 3 husbands, and she has no children because they both died. So I'm not feeling very confident about this, but I guess I'll still do it. And the princess has been married. Hopefully she won't like have literally 0 children like she has until now. I am a leper. Okay then. And apparently while I wasn't even looking at what is all these events, get out of my face, Wales got annexed. So I didn't even have to do anything, and someone got Wales for me. Probably this guy. I mean, not that guy. Okay, this guy. Here's the King of Wales. Thanks. You really saved me a lot of trouble that I wasn't gonna go through anyway, because I wasn't gonna get Wales. I just want to get France. I have an idea. What if I just went AFK and just put it on speed 5 and just didn't play the game? Would the world automatically become mine over time because my vassals would do all the work for me and just get all the titles for me? And I died. A crusade against Spain. I guess they ran out of targets in the Middle East because it's already all invaded pretty much, except for this, I guess. Actually, this is Egypt. I don't know why this isn't. Well, but now they're targeting Spain, I guess, which is fine. I just want to get France, really. My wife did have 1 child before I died, but she is a girl, which I guess is not that bad, but I'll have to wait a long time now to actually get this. What minor vice royalty? This is, I haven't seen this before. I was just trying to give this guy Navarre because I was able to usurp it, but for some reason it's like called this now. That is kind of weird. It was called duchy before, but now it's a viceroyalty. Actually, I think I know why. It's because I got the imperial administration. So I suppose it would make sense that in an imperial system, they would be called viceroyalties and not like kingdoms, because you know they're just like representing the emperor or something like that. My theory though that my vassals would just do everything for me might actually work, because they're actually just getting everything for me. I didn't even go after Valencia. I didn't have a claim on it. Valencia, by the way, is this kingdom in Spain, but my vassal he just got it. In Navarre too, Navarre, I think it was Aquitaine, which is now no longer my dynasty because they made a Cadet branch, but that's a different problem. They got Navarre as well, so now I have Valencia and Navarre in Spain, and I didn't even try to get them. They just got it for me. But when the Crusades started, I will actually kind of participate, but I don't really want Spain that much. I mean, I wasn't going for it anyway. I just want France, which is being a real pain to get. But I guess I will send some people in there. I already have my retinues here. Maybe I'll get some from Aquitaine if they have any. Alright, the crusade is over much faster than I thought, but I guess they had like no allies left, really. And well, just look at this. You think you're gonna win against me? Nope, not gonna happen. And my niece is now the Queen of Al-Andalus. So now we kind of have like a split two Spain situation. There's North Spain and there's South Spain, just like North Korea and South Korea. The game is suggesting me to play as the Queen of Andalus. That's actually kind of tempting, to be honest, because I've been playing as the Empire for so long. I would just like to see what would happen if I stopped microing it and just, you know, babysitting all my vassals. Would it just explode within the first 5 years, or would it just like keep going and basically nothing would happen? Who knows? Who knows? I think it could I could just leave it and maybe it wouldn't explode. I'm actually really curious to see what will happen. You know what, I'll do it. It's gonna be a nice, this will probably be the last episode I do anyway, because it's been going on for so long that really it's just waiting for me to get a claim on France. And the AI might do it anyway. It got Navarre and it got Valencia and it got Wales, so it might as well get France as well without me intervening. But we'll see. I might actually become the emperor later anyway, because I'm of the same dynasty, obviously. So it's not like it's a permanent measure. If only it could have been me. No, it will be you actually. It is you. So now I'm the Queen Yuda of Al-Andalus, and her name is in Arabic for some reason, even though I'm German. I guess it's because of the title. Let's see. Since I am no longer an empire, I am free from the stupid imperial decay mechanic, so I don't have to worry about that. Engelbrecht over here, which was my last ruler, he does have to worry about it, but it's no longer our problem, so whatever. I will set the crown focus on Cordoba, which is my capital. I actually only have, do I only have one? Yeah, I only have one county title. I just have a bunch of baronies. Look at how much easier this is when you haven't a million vassals you need to micro, and you can just give the title. It's only 5. How many titles is this? It's like 5. It's only 6 titles to give. So yeah, it's a lot more chill. I had to give out like 20 titles when it was the emperor, because there's so many titles you have to give out, and you can't do it automatically like you can with commanders for some reason. So I have to do it by hand, which is very time consuming. I don't have any good commanders, but that's fine because I don't plan really on declaring war that much. Now the first thing I'll do, I think I'll get this because it looks really ugly, and there's just this one guy that's not in any kingdom, so you'll have to disappear because you look really ugly. I think you just got the schism mended decision. I just clicked through it because well, I'm fighting a war and I really care about global events. But I should have read it. Maybe I'll like pause it and after in editing, and there's already stuff happening. That's great. So no, it's still Catholic. I thought it would change to Chalcedonian, which is what it's called when you start in earlier dates, but no, it's still Catholic. Alright, you have 100,000 people, and you have 65,000. Well, I'm really excited to see how this turns out, because I don't see how they will lose to someone who has 2 times less people. But this is the AI, so anything could happen, and it also you could just get a million revolts going on at the same time and lose. Alright, so this is what it does. It makes when you mend the schism, it makes the other Christian denominations be Catholic heresies. That is kind of interesting. Does it make this also? No, it's just the Orthodox and maybe also the Maronites. Now in terms of gameplay, what that does, I'm not entirely sure. I guess it makes so it's a lot harder for people who are Orthodox to remain Orthodox because they're heretics and they'll want to change to the main religion, obviously, which is Catholicism. But that is pretty interesting. Alright, it seems the Empire won this war, so it's not looking so bad. Well, the Emperor is actually doing some quite questionable stuff. He has free investiture now in most of the tiles. I guess he is wrath and cruel, so that is not the best kind of trait to have in the AI. They'll do some really dumb stuff if they have these traits in particular, especially cruel. They'll just like rack up a million tyranny and everyone will hate them. Oh, and he's already doing stuff. Okay, this is gonna be very fun. Surprisingly, even though he's doing all this questionable stuff, he has more levies than he had before, so clearly he's doing something right. Man, he really wants people to hate him. Already, what is it, minus 120 tyranny? I guess he already had it before, maybe. But still, why are you revoking all this? Do you want your vassals to despise you? And he's excommunicated. Well, that is quite nice. He might actually lose this one because they have the same amount of levies. But let's see. There's always some hope. Although it's not looking very good, to be honest. I guess this is just kind of like which AI is dumber. If Jaffr's here AI is dumber, then he might lose. But if his AI is dumber, which it seems to be the case, since he's doing all of this, then probably he'll lose. He set up an anti-pope. At this point, it's just like that, saying either you die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Except in this case, I'm not even him. He just kind of took over because I let the AI take over. I have a tournament to attend though, so I'll just leave you to that. This tournament is wonderful. There are so many people to talk to. I've met so many new friends today. Well, I'm glad, Yuda, that you're having fun at your tournament. You should cherish your time on this earth. Well, he's actually winning 65% in favor. Well, I guess his wrath and cruelty is actually doing something for him. Look at this. The Orthodox icon is now a red Catholic cross, just like all the other heresies. That actually makes me feel kind of bad. I mean, it's like it was so pretty, the purple cross, and now it's red. Okay, it seems he won the war. The French are doing something that they will probably very much regret. They have 10 times less levies, so I don't know why they thought this was a good idea. Okay, now it makes sense. They have basically all of Europe with them in a war, so I guess it makes sense that they would win. I mean, how many levies does the Pope have? Honestly, not that many, but they can attack from a bunch of angles, so maybe that's why they are winning so quickly. They actually won. Alright then. I guess he'll be deposed now. It doesn't seem like he was deposed, which... I mean, was... what? I guess it didn't do anything? Well, what is the point of the war then? I don't get it. Did he like lose money? Okay then. And just as that war ended, he's doing it again. Okay, he died. Finally. And he's a saint. He is a saint. The guy who just was a huge warmonger and just didn't have any chill. He's a saint. And who's the emperor now? Probably not someone from my dynasty, because we've done enough damage. Yeah, it's von Luxembourg now. But it'll probably go back to being Habsburg. Yeah, already, because I have so many people who have high titles in the country. So once this guy dies, which is actually gonna be soon, probably gonna go back to being Habsburg. I just hope the empire doesn't go away in that time. It seems like it's quite stable. I might have, you know, underestimated the power of the AI to not completely throw the game. But it's looking quite stable. It might have something to do with the fact I have much of the world de jure, so they won't just like declare independence. Raikos. Right, that was really short reign. He died, the emperor. So now who's the emperor? Let's see. It is Otgot from Habsburg. Well, let's hope he's not as terrible as the last guy. He is cruel. That's not very good. What will be the first thing he'll... Okay, he was bad. He was very bad. He was terrible. This is the biggest revolt I've ever seen in my entire life. I'm not kidding. It's like the entire thing. It's like you reverse the roles of rebel and overlord. It's like the yellow should be the rebels and the dark yellow should be the empire. This is terrible. The rebels have 300,000 soldiers, more than I had when I was... The emperor had 200,000. I mean, what is so bad about this guy who just came to the throne that you have to do this? And he didn't even do anything yet. And you just, you know, 300,000 soldiers in his face. That is really rude. Alright, we'll see though how this will go. Apparently he's winning? What the? How is that even possible? 46%? He might actually win this. What is even... How is he doing this? It's 300,000 people. And it just went up. It's now 327,000. How are you even getting your war score up? How are you even doing this? Tell me your secrets. Oh, and the Mongols. Well, that will really help the situation here. Just having people invading. Yeah. Well, that's something to watch at least. I guess it'll be interesting to see an empire that is just disintegrating as we speak, trying to fight the Mongols. That is going to be very interesting. Alright, so they're over here. They have 59,000. Which I have to say is kind of dwarfed by the amount that these rebels have. I think I'll give him a bit of money just to see if they can actually do this. I don't think they can. And no, I'm not gonna join the war. That would be very stupid. I can't do anything with my meager 15,000 soldiers anyway. So yeah, they'll have to deal with this themselves. But I will give them some money, so at least they don't die from just having loans. I'll give you like 800 gold. That's fine. I have a lot of to spend anyway. Alright, our boy Temujin over here is getting really big really fast. He's getting a lot of land and he's ready to invade the pitiful Holy Roman Empire, who's not really... this war is going to end soon. So it might like get the situation a bit better, but I don't think... I mean, this is going to be pretty even, I think. Alright, the rebellion ended. And now who's the... Oh, it's this fellow. Who even are you? How's the Chianti? Never heard of it. Who even are you? Every time the emperor dies, you get minus 15, or I guess I should say plus Imperial Decay. So it is not really helping that they are kind of, you know, electing all these old men. And yeah, thanks for the, you know, mail-in event. Is there even like a way to close these without clicking, please? I guess I'm making this worse by dragging them, but I'm committed. No. What? How many are there gonna be? Please? No. Stop. How many are there? I understand you lost a bunch of stuff. Do you even have... Okay, can I like ask out of this? Oh, I just have to click all of them. Oh my... Why? Alright, the next guy apparently is gonna be Rutchin, who is of my dynasty, but he's 50 years old. So the old man situation has not changed. They are still going to elect old men so they can raise the imperial decay even higher. Has the emperor died already? I wasn't even looking and he just died. How long was that actually? How long was the... It was 2 months. 3 months actually. Okay, so 3 months was how long this lasted. Okay then. I guess he was really unhealthy. But now Rutchin, the savior of the empire, he's going to defend us from all these rebellions and the Mongols who are closing in very, very fast. I don't know how, but these people, it seems like they never have any money. They're always like in negative numbers. I don't know what they're spending it on. But you should really... Okay, they're spending it on mercenaries, I guess. They have minus 194 gold per month. Now I understand why they're bleeding so much money. My book is ready. Let's see what I've made. What kind of masterpiece I've written. It's actually pretty good. Vassal opinion +5. And some intrigue and stewardship. Well done, Yuda. You are very, very smart. Yuda is really shaping up to be quite a good character. She has a bunch of pious traits. She has justice. And I've achieved it by just sitting in my country, not doing anything, watching the Holy Roman Empire struggle with rebellions over and over again. That's how you win the game. Isn't that the best way to play CK2 though? It's not just mindlessly blobbing, but it's just sitting in your country and, you know, developing your provinces, interacting with your courtiers. I mean, that's the fun of the game. That is really... It's kind of like an RPG, isn't it? After all. Alright, it seems like the game is really intent on crashing now. I've actually had this happen before. The game just crashing after a certain date. I don't know if it's a thing in the late game. So maybe the game really doesn't want me to see the big world war between the Mongols and the Holy Roman Empire. But yeah, I'll just like put it on speed 1 and one day it'll go by and it'll crash. And it's done that like 5 times now. Well, this was a pretty nice campaign though. We did a lot. I think this was the most I've did in a single campaign in CK2. I've gotten close to forming the Roman Empire once, but it did not go even nearly as far as I did this time. I didn't get France, but I should really shut up about France. So let's see. I'll just go through the map mode so you can see what it looks like now. Well, the religion obviously is going to be Catholic because the whole world at this point is Catholic. Orthodox does not really exist anymore. It's just a Catholic heresy, which, like I said, makes me feel kind of bad, but it is what it is. Culture, it's kind of all over the place, really. Some places are Bavarian because I've held this land so long that they just decided to become Bavarian, even though they have basically nothing to do with Bavaria. Even in Turkey over here, it's got Bavarian over here, Bavarian there, in Egypt. It's just all over the place. Empires. I'm kind of sad that I didn't get to see Poland and Hungary get integrated because it was gonna happen, but apparently something happened, like they lost land or something, that it isn't integrating anymore. Maybe because of all of the revolts, it just stopped, so it didn't get to integrate that into the whole Roman Empire. But we did get all of Greece and some of Turkey. We didn't get this part because, I mean, there's a Knights Order over here. I forgot what they're called, but they're not letting me. They didn't let me do that because you need to have all the provinces, and I didn't want to fight them, so I just left them, and that's still the Byzantine Empire. Dynasty is gonna be Habsburg. Well, obviously that was kind of the point of the campaign, to make the whole world Habsburg. The trade map mode is a complete abomination, but who even cares? The glorious and illustrious House of Habsburg has a total of 150 members. It has a total of 50 living members. Many of them are kings. One of them is obviously an emperor. So we have one emperor, 3, 6. It seems about 6 kings. We have a bunch of dukes that I'm not going to count. There's one count somewhere, I guess over here. There's a couple of barons. Usually people don't really care about score in Paradox games, but I think it's pretty interesting. I think score is a pretty interesting mechanic, because if you want to, you can just like min-max the score and just go for score, and that'll produce kind of a different playstyle, because you won't go for getting land, you just go for score. And there's a lot of ways to do that, and usually it is getting a bunch of land, but you can also, you know, do weird stuff like be a pagan and join a what's it called, one of those societies, and just duel everyone, and you just get a bunch of prestige, which I think is really funny. So yeah, that was the Austria campaign. It kind of became more than just Austria over time. And yeah, I beat the House Capet, which is the highest house in the game, so that just stands as testament to the fact that I played for a lot, I guess. To give it some credit, it didn't crash basically at all while I was playing. It was just at the end, it just refuses to work, so I'm just gonna have to end it. Maybe later I'll like try it in another computer and see if it works. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you next video, I guess. This probably will be the last episode of this. So yeah, thanks for watching, and if you liked it, leave a like and whatever, and bye.